So angiography, this is a AP view of angiography. Now because of the use of CT and MRI in delineation of all the anatomy required for ICR, catheterization is not done for all patients. Only in people who we anticipate catheter intervention, which I will say later, we do angiography catheterization. So this is the right ventricular catheterization. You can see the catheter course from the right side of the spine. So IVC to RA to RV. RV is very muscular. It is hypertrophied. You can see the RV infundibulum is severely narrowed. It is like a thin thread. Wisp of contrast is entering into the pulmonary valve. So there is valvular stenosis also. There is supravalvular stenosis from this. It is divided into right RP and LP. You can see the oligemia even in the cath. There is no blood flow to the peripheries of the lung. So oligemic after that. So this is the LAO view showing the aortic root injection for delineation of the coronary artery anomaly. This is aortic descending aorta injection showing one major aortopulmonary collateral here supplying the right lower zone pulmonary artery. One more here, one MAPCA. The same thing in the lateral view. Delineation of VSD. This is the lateral view. So this is the through the aorta we have reached the LV. When left ventriculogram is done, you can see the malaligned VSD which is committed to the aorta 50%. So this through the VSD it is filling the right ventricle also. So advent of CT and MRI, we have to be well versed with the CT images also, not just the echo images. Here this is the RV, hypertrophied RV you can see, and there is a stenosis at the infundibulum. The main pulmonary artery is, you can see just below the main pulmonary artery there is narrowing. Here the same view which we saw in the left ventriculogram. This is the ventricular septum and this is the defect which is between the LV and the RV, equally committing 50% to the aorta. So this aorta is overriding the ventricular septal defect. That is, the aorta sits on the crest of the VSD. This anomalous course of LAD. This is the aorta, right coronary cusp. RCA arises from this. So this is the LAD which crosses the RV outflow tract. You can see there is a main pulmonary artery here. So it crosses the right ventricular outflow tract and reaches the anterior interventricular groove. There is another view showing this pulmonary valve, main pulmonary artery, and there is a right pulmonary artery ostial narrowing. Here there is a flap you can see which opens between the LA and the RA. PFO is usually unidirectional valve. It allows blood only from right atrium to the left atrium. From the left atrium it closes, doesn't allow from left to right. So PFO is a unidirectional valve-like structure which allows the blood only from RA to LA. Here is from the right coronary cusp there is RCA. This is the LAD which crosses, you can see the pulmonary artery here, so which crosses the right ventricular outflow tract. This is the most common anomaly, LAD arising from the RCA in TOF. So this is the aorta. From the aorta arises the coronary arteries, so which goes to the right. You can see this is a right atrium, wide is the RCA. There is one more artery arising from the right, that is the LAD, because it goes in the anterior interventricular groove. So this LAD crosses the, so this area is the RV outflow tract. It crosses the RV outflow tract. So this may not be feasible for outflow tract resection, ventriculotomy resection, or infundibulotomy for complete repair of TOF. Another view of main pulmonary artery dividing into LPA, which is smaller than the RPA. There is one MAPCA which is delineated by the CT. This MAPCA is supplying the pulmonary arteries on both sides.